All right, what's up, guys? You should know who I am, but if you don't, my name is Mark Augustine. I've been in e-commerce and for 10, 11 years. I've been an entrepreneur for 16 years. Ran a blog, YouTube, built some software. And this is my friend Darius, and he's done a lot of stuff too. He's been on my channel before, if you guys don't know him. So Darius, who are you?
So my name is Darius. I'm 26 years old. I'm involved. So basically my background is e-commerce and Instagram marketing. So I created Young Hustlers back in 2018, gained 1.6 million followers, sold the page. Now I'm running an agency. I'm also involved in crypto and NFTs lately, and yeah, doing much stuff, like many different things.
And we're gonna launch Entrepreneur Zone again.
Exactly. Just a better version this time.
Yeah, so those of you guys who don't know, Darius and I had Entrepreneur Zone a while back. The quality of the courses were decent, but this time we're working on making sure the quality is very high. And we just want to provide information on entrepreneurship. And I'm just talking to Darius about what he's up to, what you guys could learn from it. And yeah, so what's the deal, Darius? So you built the Instagram, you're running the agency. I was following you on Instagram, and you were doing a lot of crazy sales and so on. So I'll put a link to Darius's Instagram and some other stuff in the description. So like the video, subscribe to the channel. But yeah, so explain the agency first of all. And I want to get into crypto and what you made, but we'll get there because crypto is this new young thing. You all young people play around with that stuff. But yeah.
So what I started off with, I think, like, if it's going to be up on your channel, many people already saw the previous videos where I was featured. I started Young Hustlers, the Instagram page, in the, let's say, a niche page in the make money and entrepreneurship and mindset niche. Back in 2018, I scaled it up, started selling digital products. I had my own Instagram course, right? So people could actually replicate my success, building audiences, going viral, etc. From that point, I transitioned to also running an agency, for example. So what I basically started doing is help agency owners, course creators, mentors, right? People with digital products and services, also in a similar space, running or teaching people how to run e-commerce stores, etc. I helped those people also jump on the Instagram train, build the following, and basically sell their products, charging them a monthly retainer and a profit share. Currently, I'm also building my personal brand marketing with Derek, where I'm sharing a lot of free content. I also started focusing more on Instagram Reels, and I started diversifying the topics a little bit, right? So I'm involved in still building my agency, providing services, selling digital products and services and trainings. And like I said, I do a little bit of swing trading. I'm involved in NFTs, etc.
So I want to get to the NFTs and the crypto and so on, but what did it take if someone wanted to build an Instagram account now to, let's say, 500,000 followers? What would that take?
Back in the day, it was, let me tell you that the entry barrier was a little bit lower, right? So you could still use automation tools, likes, unfollows, etc. This stopped being that effective in 2016. And for 2018, what started really trending was engagement groups. So people would join massive Telegram group and start really liking each other.
I remember that.
Commenting, etc. And this would basically affect the algorithm and make it push you to the outside, right? Because if the Instagram algorithm basically saw like, hey, this post is receiving, or this account is receiving a massive amount of likes, of shares, of saves, of comments, etc. This means that it's relevant to a lot of people, so we're gonna display it to more people. Instagram started breaking down or cracking down on these methods, etc. So they're not this effective anymore. So right now, if you want to scale fast, what you have to do is you have to go into influencer marketing. So you have to basically pay people to give you shout outs, to drive traffic to your Instagram page. And then you have to convert this natural traffic into like these likes, authentic likes, comments, saves, etc. in order to stimulate the algorithm to push you to the outside world and give you more exposure, right? So the entry barrier changed so far that you actually have to put in some money if you want to get fast results.
And so no one is using the engagement groups anymore.
Few people are still trying it, but it's like I said, it's barely it became irrelevant. Like it's not really effective right now. So right now it's really influencer marketing. And the second thing is creating content that really stands out, because we have a huge saturation.
Yeah, like anyone can just create content.
People are copying copies of copies, right? So you see the same BS 1,000 times, just like you jump on TikTok and all the people are creating the same trends. The difference is simply that on Instagram, they don't go viral no more, right? So you need a competitive edge. You need show some character, some charisma, or you need something that's going to separate you from the mass, basically.
And then if you're doing influencer marketing, so let's just stay there. What type of budget you talking about? So let's say I want to be famous, and people are making decent content. I'm a good looking, as I am, a good looking black man. And what type of budget you talking about spending on a monthly basis for influencer marketing? It
all depends on your goals and the niche you're in. So basically, what I mean with that is if you go into memes, if you just want to be famous and visible, right? You can get very cheap shoutouts from meme pages or from some travel pages, etc., etc. But the more specific the audience is, or the more you, for example, go, I don't know, into the make money online space, etc., the higher the cost per follower is going to be if you collaborate with influencers. So it's just like when you run Facebook ads or when you run YouTube ads, the cost per click or the reach, etc., it all depends on the niche that you're in, you know?
Okay. And then what made you transition or diversify into cryptocurrencies and NFTs?
What I did is, so I've been involved in cryptocurrencies for the past couple of years, but I didn't take the deep dive for a very long time. But I came across, actually, it's a fun story. I think it started with Alex Becker. So Alex Becker rebranded himself.
Shout out to Alex Becker.
Yeah, from e-commerce and all this kind of stuff.
And marketing and email marketing, and now
now he's like really deep in crypto, and he inspired me. Not he inspired me, like I watched one of his YouTube videos and he was talking about launch pads. So launch pads in the crypto space are basically platforms that help new projects get launched into the entire crypto space, right? So they raise money. It's like Kickstarter for new crypto projects where people raise money. They participate in so-called IGOs, so initial game offerings, for example, for gaming launchpads, or ICOs, initial coin offerings. And it was a space where I noticed that the launchpads themselves, which also hold their own currencies, operate, or they have these pumps and dumps in prices, which resulted from all these project launches. So they would launch a project into the space, their currency or their coin would go up, and then once the project is launched, it would crash back down. With the next project, it goes back up, and it always. So I just made a little bit of research, and I started to notice patterns, right? And I started swing trading based on those patterns, and I actually till now have a 100% success rate if it comes down to profiting from it. So I mean, cryptocurrencies, or like crypto or trading in general, is all about speculations and, let's say, a little bit of how would I say, predicting the future, right? And I started focusing on like really on this micro niche, which is launchpad. So I watch like maybe 10 coins at a time only, and there I have the predictability. I can basically predict the future based on the next project launches are going to result from this platform. And then from all of that stuff, I transitioned a little bit into NFTs, simply because it became a very hot topic right now. So it was something that I didn't want to miss out on. There's a big hype about it. There's tons of projects like really.
Yeah, and a ton of YouTubers talking about NFTs and all this, turn $500 into $10,000. I've seen it a million times.
From what I saw on YouTube, there's 99% of the information is very inaccurate. Is BS, is just clout, right? People just want to grab attention, and you can say that 99% of the people actually promoting those videos turn 500 into 10,000.
It's nonsense.
It's not real. It's not real. Simply they miss out on very, very essential points. Like they're simplifying too much. They're not talking about fees, about gas fees, transaction fees, on how to really spot decent products. It's what they teach you is to gamble. So you can as well just go to the fucking casino and blast all your money on, you know.
Okay, so I want to go into what you've learned about NFT so far. But wait, you said something about swing trading these coins or ICOs or these that come from launch pads. When you say that these are 10 new coins, or these are not just Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, the typical ones.
So like I said, these are the specific. So you have gaming launchpads, just like you have. Imagine the Kickstarter platform having their own coin, right?
Right. Give me an example. What's an example of we know the word Kickstarter. Is there a specific launchpad network or something?
In the crypto space, the first one that I started trading with was GameStarter. So it was a launchpad mainly focused on launching gaming projects, but there's GameStarter, there's CDFi, there's GameFi. These are the free, I think, main launchpads for gaming coins right now, but there's lots of them.
And these are currencies that you can buy with real money that is used in games.
So no,
explain.
This is what I'm going to explain right now. Is pretty complex. This one is tricky to explain, but I'm going to try to put it in a simple way. Okay. So the launchpads that I'm talking about, for example, GameStarter, they launch projects, new projects, upcoming games that are not fully developed yet into the crypto space. So they collaborate with those projects before they are listed on CoinMarketCap, before they are visible on DEX tools, before they are visible on PancakeSwap, way before they hit Binance or KuCoin or whatever other tier 1 exchange, any exchange. These projects that these launchpads collaborate with, they don't have their tokens launched yet. So what happens is they start a collaboration. Then there's the IGO, so the initial game offering. So what they're doing is they look for early investors, right? So through this launchpad, you can become an early investor. You're going to receive the cryptocurrencies at a discounted rate. Then once the IGO is performed, the initial game offering, and you're an early investor, they launch the project officially on the crypto market where it becomes available. The project
a coin that's actually is available, right?
Yes. So this happens through the TGE or TGI, I don't know how it's spelled in English, so token generation event. And then it becomes available to the public as listed on CoinMarketCap, instantly goes 10, 20, 30x. And usually if you participate in those IGOs, there's a vesting period. So whatever you're gonna invest in the project, you cannot sell all the coins at once. You have to hold a specific amount. At the TGE, so the token generation event, you can usually sell like 20 to 30% of the coins that you purchase at a discounted rate as an early investor. And then you have a cliff, and in month 2, 3, 4, you can spend, for example, 5%, or you can sell 5% of the ones that you generate. And here's the thing. So it gets complex, right? All these words and TGE and IGO and all that kind of stuff. And here's the interesting thing. Why does the launchpad coin go up and down, right? Because right now we're talking about the games being launched into space and going 10x. Why the launchpad coins go up and down is very, very simple. If you want to participate in an IGO and become an early investor in a gaming project, for example, before that coin is launched, you need to hold or you need to stake a certain amount of coins that belong to the specific launchpad. So if you want to invest in a specific game that's being launched through the launchpad, you have to own or stake a specific amount of coins owned by this launchpad, you know? So if I don't know, Counter-Strike would be launched on GameStarter, you would need to hold at least 5,000 GameStarter coins in order to get a base allocation that you can spend on this project, right? That you can invest. So
and you're buying these 5,000 coins with what?
With USDT, basically with USDT. So yeah. But you have to buy into GameStarter, into the GameStarter coin, in order to be able to buy into the projects that they launch. So that's the thing. So once they announce that there's going to be a new project launch, people buy into GameStarter and stake their money so they can participate in the IGOs. So the GameStarter coin goes up. Once the IGO registration is closed, and the people start to invest their money to get the coins at a discounted rate, etc. Once this task is performed, the game starter coin crashes back down, obviously, because there's nothing more to get. And then a week later, there's a new announcement, so the coin goes back up. And the crazy thing about this, that is, first of all, again, very predictable. But second of all, just following those steps, you can make 20, 30, 40% returns on your investment. Like with every swing, you can make at least 10% ROI.
But how?
But here's the thing, not by participating in the IGOs, but by simply going against the mass. And so while everybody goes in to stake those coins, you sell at the high. You don't stake it, you sell it at the high. You don't participate in the IGO, etc. They make their how many percent, whatever. You take the safe money before it crashes, right?
And how liquid is this? So let's say you buy 5,000 coins. Was there a chance that someone going to buy them off you at any point in this process?
So here's the thing, what I saw, it's not just about liquidity, but it's also about the market cap, because GameStarter or CDFi, etc., they don't have billions of dollars of market, like worth of market cap. So when I started trading with GameStarter, I think the market cap was just like 50 million. This is why you also have the big swings, right?
Yeah.
And the great thing here is, let me tell you like that. If you want to go into trading, first of all, before the coins are listed on Binance, etc., like projects like GameStarter, CDFi, GameFi, etc., this is what you trade on Gate.io. Okay, so like a smaller exchange, and yeah, the liquidity is limited. So if you want to go in with $50,000 or $100,000, it's not recommended, because there would be
too big a part of the market cap. If you go in with $50,000,
exactly. So the price would crash down. You wouldn't have enough buyers to buy the stuff from you. But this, like swing trading, those launchpad coins is perfect for a budget. Let's say up to 10,000 is a sweet spot.
What's the minimum to get in, and what's the so you're saying 10,000? I
mean, the minimum is, I don't know, $50. Like, you don't need a lot of money, right? But I think you get the best results or the best margins, or you find buyers, right, at the cost that it's at. Around the $10,000 mark is the sweet spot to do it.
And what is the swing trading? That's one we're going to get into NFTs in a second.
Yeah.
But when you're swing trading these gaming coins, what's the
takes you around a week? Like between buying and selling is around a week. If that's the question.
Yeah, 30 to 40% of your money in a week.
So if I would just no, not per week. Like I told you, you can make easy like 10% per swing.
And when these things happen,
those things happen usually, like it depends. It really depends. Sometimes CDFi, for example, now didn't have too many launches. GameStarter has more launches, but you should be able to make at least 4 trades a month. So if you would hit the spot, really hit the spot 4 times in a month, you can make 40% back. That's the reason why I started researching this stuff like 10, 12, 13 hours a day, right?
Yeah, because back in the day, I used to trade foreign currencies, and that's when foreign currency was new. It was these type of
And then you have the small caps, you have these micro caps. This is what nobody teaches, because if they teach too many people, like, it's not going to work. It's going to break the system, right?
And when you say micro caps, how small are these market caps?
I don't know by definition, to be honest, but I would consider anything below half a billion micro cap. Like, but this is just for my fine feeling. I don't know by definition. I might be completely off,
yeah. But from your experience and what you're doing and what you see.
But I mean, there's also plenty of coins that you can swing trade that have way higher micro cap, like way higher caps. So, for example, Meta Hero is one project I told you about a couple of weeks ago, and here the thing is, if you want to predict the swings, you simply have to follow the projects every day, even if it's just for 10 or 5 minutes. Like, you have to check the price every day to develop a feeling for when a swing is going to happen, where's the support zone, etc. Right? So Meta Hero is also a coin that can be easily where you can go into swing trading. You can also have 2 to 3 swings a month. Very, very predictable, just by looking how the project goes. So it's not just launch pads, it's not just like real micro caps, but I don't even know, I'd have to look up the market cap of Meta Hero, but it's definitely a higher cap than these launch pads right now.
I'll check it now while we, but what is, hold on, market cap, because I'm curious.
Just type in Meta Hero coin market cap. and you'll see it.
Yeah, yeah, it's,
So they have a fully diluted market cap of 1.2
yeah,
billion.
1.2. And then the open is.
And
is
for example,
600.
right now,
Wow.
today Meta Hero is at 12 cents. And when you look at for the past 3 months chart, you see the swings coming in, and they're pretty
Yeah.
regular. Right now we have a small high, so I wouldn't buy right now. But as soon as it drops below 10 cents, it's a strong buy. Right now it's at 12 cents, so you'd have like it's already 20% in the swing, right? And this
This is
stuff
so
happens multiple times a
interesting.
month. This is like printing money. This is really like printing money. You just need money to make money right now.
This is so interesting because back in the day, what this reminds me of, remember, I'm considerably older than, well, I'm like
Yeah.
10 years older than you. And
I
back
want
in
to
the
talk
day,
about pump and dumps.
that's like, yeah, that's like penny stocks. And people just
Yeah.
pumping and dumping and building a list. And it's
But
the
here
same
the thing
thing.
is, a penny stock can crash like crazy. A project like Meta Hero won't because the metaverse is expanding right now. You know what I mean? It's gonna be one of the core essential. Like Meta Hero is gonna be a very big project within the next couple of years, right?
Yeah.
But so here's the good thing about these types of projects that are coming in. Also, these launch pads, gaming launch pads, etc. They're gonna evolve. It's all something that starts small, but it's gonna evolve. So this means that there's very little risk to the downside. Even if it crashes, if you just keep holding, it's gonna recover.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I
gonna
mean?
recover. So you're getting it. But
But
anyone looking at this, so let me say something. This is
Yeah.
not, this is formally not financial advice. If you get into this, you can lose all your money. So let me just say that. I should have said that at the beginning of the video. So, okay. And then, so you get into all these gaming coins and these different type of alternative markets. Let's call it that.
Yeah.
And then, so you made some money, you played around, and then.
And here's also what you said. A keyword is
What is this? Roberto, yeah, we're back. Yeah, go ahead. All I heard was keyword, the keyword is, and then it went off.
Yeah. So what I said is that the keyword was alternate.
Alternative
how did you
markets,
say?
yeah, alternative
Yeah.
markets.
So I really niched down to a very small focus point where I could actually predict what's going to happen in the future, and that's I think is key essential if you want to make profits,
Consistent,
solid
yeah.
profits, yeah, consistent profits.
Wow, okay. And then so you went down this rabbit hole of first
Yeah.
typical crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum.
Mhm.
Then you went into these gaming coins with these decent sized market caps. So they're just millions that are dancing around on the internet.
Yep.
Right. And then so first of all, where did NFTs come in your journey? Do you want to those of you guys watching this on YouTube, like the video, subscribe to the channel and say what you think about this, say what you think is an NFT. But what is in your basic definition? First of all, what is an NFT?
For me, an NFT is something like, let's say you play video games. Let's say that you play Counter-Strike and you have a weapon, you have a hand grenade, you have an avatar, you have a map. All these digital assets simply transfer into the crypto world and you can buy them. But this is just one very small piece of NFTs.
Yeah, that's a piece of so your focus, so first of all, the NFTs are your focus in because NFTs are non-fungible tokens. And I don't want to define that because you can Google that nonsense.
Yeah.
But and people define it as art and all this nonsense. So what
I know what you trying to say. Let me explain already. So the NFT space is very big. So what 99% of the population right now, when they think about NFTs, they think about pictures, right?
Right.
Collectibles. So collectibles, so just pieces of art that have no other function. Right now, I think like 2 months ago or 3 months ago, they made over 90% of all NFTs, right?
Right.
But currently the situation is changing and it's changing very rapidly. We're moving from collectibles to utility tokens, to utility NFTs. So functional NFTs, like things that really actually have a function, right? So you go away. Also, very important is when people think about CryptoPunks, they think about 8-bit art. So some ugly stuff, you know,
Yeah.
made of blocks. Like you could rebuild the stuff in Minecraft just using the bricks. But what people don't understand, and again, 99% of the population doesn't understand, is that the CryptoPunk people don't buy it because it's a piece of art or 8-bit art. They also don't buy it because it's one of the first collectibles, so it has a sentimental value in the market. They buy it because it's an entry card. CryptoPunks are traded as cards, as tickets to events, to join an exclusive community, organizations, and different things. One thing, the project that is traded the most right now, or has the highest trading volume on OpenSea.io, which is the biggest NFT market, is the Bored Ape Yacht Club, the BAYC Club.
Yeah, I saw that.
So tons of celebrities. I think Jimmy Fallon recently bought one. Post Malone has one. Kylie Jenner tried to buy one, got blocked and ghosted by the dude who tried to, who didn't want to sell it. And what people don't understand is, for example, with the BAYC Club, it is actually a club. Like, you get invited to yacht parties, to exclusive parties, and you start hanging around with prominent people. So it's not about having a freaking ugly ape in your crypto wallet. It's actually about having a
by an inter group of exclusive people.
So this is, for example, the utility of CryptoPunks, of the BAYC Club, etc. Then again, you have this simple collectibles made by famous people, artists, etc. Right now, Disney recently launched a collection with collectibles. Nike is partnering up with Roblox, where they create a space in the metaverse, and they already have a pending patent or registering a trademark or something. They're going to launch their own NFT. So I guess there's going to be hype beasts buying NFT shoes for their avatars in the future, right? And so all this crazy stuff is happening. You can go to the OpenSea market. There's projects like Decentraland and Blocktopia, where you have an open world and you can buy land. So you can buy your own piece of land. And on this piece of land, you can also build different things. You can build a house, you can build whatever. You can meet up with friends in the virtual world. So you can basically, if I need to explain NFTs, what are NFTs, is once you have these collectibles, pieces of art, but what is really trending right now is, imagine everything surrounding you right now physically transferred into the virtual space and made available for purchase. This is what it is. It is your house, it is your monitor, it's your computer, everything is getting scanned. And MetaHero is the best example. They have these meta scanners. They can physically actually scan every possible object in a 360 degrees and transfer it to the metaverse, right? So this is what NFTs is about. It's way bigger than most people imagine.
So why do you think so many people are just jumping into it? Because so many people are desperate to make free money?
Right now, I think it's more about, it's getting a get-rich-quick scheme. So very many people are being misled. So that's, I think, the most people. And I think on second place is really the functionality. Like, people think like, hey, okay, I can buy GTA Online, or I can actually buy into a game in the metaverse, and I can like own those things and resell them, and they actually have gain some value. Okay, obviously,
and there's a marketplace where these things buy and sell.
Exactly, and there's a demand for that. It appreciates in value, and you can like it's just right now. We're combining gaming with making money. So my journey started right now we have the end of November. I started getting involved in NFTs, I think around July this year. So I'm in July, August, September, October, November, like 3-4 months ago. And I started with Axie Infinity. And at first I thought it was ridiculous to have something like a version of, it's very similar to Pokemon. Like, you have those video game characters, like plants, and you have some fish, and you have some like weird animals, and you build a team of 3 and you start battling against each other. They have health points, defense points, attack points, and you need to spend thousands of dollars to go and play the game, right? But this is just the beginning, right? And people get like really involved in this. Becomes the new standard, and people are also motivated to buy into these projects because you can actually, like you already said, you can make money inside it, right? You can farm some tokens. Those games, they have their own cryptocurrencies that can be whether utilized in-game or resold. So it's just the way people make money right now drastically changes. Like there's a lot of money being made online right now. Like Axie Infinity is currently replacing jobs in Indonesia. Like there's actually people farming in-game currencies by fighting with their creatures for a living, which is crazy.
Right, but people, and a lot of people are losing money with this as well.
I mean, you always can lose money, right? Here's the thing: if you invest in cryptocurrencies, only invest the money that you can afford to lose.
Right.
And obviously, there's also, for example, Axie Infinity. There were you had some rare animals, right, that would battle against each other. But the more people joined and started breeding creatures and replicating and repopulating the entire world, the more common they became. They decreased in value, etc., and you had to sell them at the loss. So it all depends on many variables, right? So I think a project like Decentraland, where you can buy this piece of land, etc., 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 right now is cheap to enter, even though you have to pay thousands of dollars for a piece of land right now. But once the land is sold out, it's gonna price is gonna skyrocket. But also there's a downside to this. Once people lose interest, so there's gonna be the next big project.
Yeah, because it's a game, dude.
Yeah. That's gonna, if the game loses momentum, also value is gonna go down. If it loses players, you have it all over the place, right? I mean, if in the real world right now, if Rockstar Games would launch a project that's 10 times more exciting than GTA 5 or GTA Online, all these players would jump onto the other project, right?
So now what these games are doing, are using the users of the game are taking, because before game developers would have to put up all the money to develop these games. And now these game developers, the users are involved in the risk taking as well.
Yeah, exactly. So it's also like when you see people raising money, or you have in NFTs, what you have is you also have minting. So you have also like token generation events or something like that. You can join a project early. So before the NFTs are there, before they are physically there being traded on the market, you can also mint these tokens, which means that you basically participate in an event where these assets are being produced. So you also receive them at the discounted or at the mint rate, right?
Right.
So, man, what did I want to say?
No, we were talking about the games as an okay. So let's go.
Wait. Sorry. So back in the day, like you said, all the games and startups, etc., they had to like really to come up with the money before they started working on those projects. Right now, it's all about creating hype, selling out the mint, making some money off the trading volumes on OpenSea, and using that money to actually fully develop everything, right? So this as a conclusion, or what happens as a conclusion, is that you have really projects popping up like freaking mushrooms in the woods, right? So you have projects after projects being released because they're all financed through the participants or through the members or through the people who want to be part of that before the game or utility is actually present to the public, which is crazy.
And then how do you decide? Because I looked at OpenSea, I looked at some of these other things. So first, what money have you made so far in NFTs?
In August, I started flipping NFTs for the first time. So I was also focusing on Axie Infinity a little bit. So I made my first $1,000 in the first month. Then I've done it. I think I did.
And you started with how much? You started with how much to make $1,000 the first month?
I think I started with $2,000. So I made it for 50%.
Okay. And then you went up from there and did what?
So actually I put the whole NFT journey on hold after Axie Infinity. And I just recently, I think like 1.5 weeks ago, I started to take like, no, not 1.5 weeks ago, but a couple weeks ago, I started to take
like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I started to take a deep dive into utility NFTs, right? So not in the collectibles, etc., etc. And I started really observing OpenSea and what is trending on OpenSea, what is expensive on OpenSea, and why, right? So I'm really involved into Instagram marketing. And I saw that many Instagram pages that are trending right now are related to NFTs. So people are creating more and more NFT pages, and new NFT projects are being advertised on those pages.
When previously it was on Twitter and,
yes, so
and
we
Discord and all this stuff.
Yeah, slowly we have a transition from Twitter to also Instagram, especially if it comes down to new launches of collectibles with hidden utilities like the BAYC club. So through one Instagram page, I think it was NFT.money, I came across one project which was called the Spooky Boy Country Club. And it is the project that also has, let's say, hidden utility. So what you have, if you buy into this project and you have an NFT, you belong to this club, right? And I started to go, so how do I decide if a project is worth investing in? Is I go to the website. First, I check the roadmap and the white paper. So the first thing that's important for me is I don't care about the art, how the graphics look, etc., or whatever they are selling. I look for the white paper and project and I see like, okay, is this something that is going to have any type of value in the future? Or is it all just blown up hype, right? And when
99% of these things are blown up hype.
Exactly. And when I went to the Spooky Boy Country Club and checked the roadmap, I saw that they are working on a mobile game. That they are working on a mobile game where you're also going to have the option to accumulate tokens, which shows me like, okay, hey, this is going to be play to earn. So this means that you're going to need those NFTs to go and play the game. But it's not just about the game. The game is going to have a utility, and there's going to be a possibility to make money, because if they talk about tokens, most likely they're going to launch their own cryptocurrency or something like that, and you can accumulate this currency and you can sell it or resell it, or it's going to have a utility. You can mint more NFTs and you can sell those NFTs. But there's going to be some sort of possibility to make money, which I saw in Axie Infinity. In Axie Infinity, you can battle for rewards, and you're going to be able to play a game for rewards. The second thing is I saw this Bot Ape Yacht Club where these apes sell from. The price begins right now at I think like 150K, right? And people buy that shit. So and with this Spooky Boy Country Club, I already spotted, okay, there's gonna be a hidden utility as well. There's gonna be local events. Something is gonna happen. It's gonna be an entry card into some sort of closed community, right? So I saw utility number one. I saw utility number two. So I went to the Discord. Okay, once I checked the roadmap and white paper. On the Discord, I saw that we have lots of members, and through
because I'm in that Discord.
Yeah. What?
No, I'm in that Discord, and I was like,
so we're still early in the launch. I think the project launched like 8 days ago or something like that, when there's over 100,000 Discord members already. So first of all, also the Discord size showed me like, okay, there's hype, there's demand for this exact product, right? And by chatting, communicating, and networking with the community, etc., I also saw some conversations, some leaks, what's going to happen in the future, that simply confirmed my thoughts, right? And I decided to actually go and buy into the product. So I got whitelisted. There's always requirements on Discord where I have to invite a certain amount of friends, or you have to be active on the Discord and achieve a certain level. So in that case, it was the requirement was to achieve level 10 on Discord to get whitelisted and participate in the mint of the NFTs. So the mint is where you get the NFTs at the lowest price possible ever, right? At the launch price, unless it doesn't sell out and people start selling below the mint price, which happens quite frequently recently because it's just a spam. There's too many projects, cash grabs and rug pulls happening right now. Anyway, I saw the Discord, I saw the roadmap, I saw the community, a solid community, excited people. So I was like, okay, let me get into the mint. I got whitelisted. I got 2 raffle spots. So I was able to mint more NFTs, 4 in total. I minted 4 NFTs at 0.06 Ethereum each, which is right now, let me check the price.
Let me see. Ethereum is like 4,000 something.
0.006, around 4,000 like, crashed recently.
Yeah.
So like 200, let's say like $250, right? Per NFT. Plus gas fees on like Ethereum gas fees, transaction fees is another like $100 to $200. I think I paid like $100 on average. I was waiting till the gas fees are low. So I paid around 250 times 4, 1,000, 2 times gas fees, like 1,000, $1,500 or something to mint those NFT. Like, I don't remember the exact number, but I minted 4 of them. And then before they got revealed, before you could see the artwork, like it was hidden during mint, I bought another 4 NFTs at 0.25 Ethereum each. So
wow,
I spent
so
like
you went back and you doubled down on the project.
Yeah, I minted 4 and I bought 4 at 0.25 Ethereum, which is like over $4,000. Like, okay, from what I calculated, like checking my MetaMask and all the transaction data, I spent around $7,000 on this project. Okay, and couple days later, so after reveal, I noticed like, hey, okay, first of all, mint, the resale price or the floor price on OpenSea was a multiple, like multiplied compared to the mint price, right? So floor was, mint price was 0.006. Mint price right now today is like at 0.26. We're like 8 days after the mint, I think, right now. So it's like it quadrupled, okay, the price. So I have like 4x returns if I wouldn't include gas fees. And one of the 4 NFTs that I bought at 0.25 Ethereum turned out to be extremely rare. So out of 13,000 NFTs, it's ranked at rank 30.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The highest offer that I received for this NFT to date was free. Yeah, I'm gonna do this right now. It was free Ethereum. So around right now it's like $12,000, and I spent like 1,200, I think, on it. Now it's worth like 12,000. So this is this one. So I'm not logged into my MetaMask right now. This is why it shows owned by. But you see it's me on the picture. There's my Instagram linked, everything. So I have 9 of those guys. Actually, I minted 4, I bought 4, and then recently I bought 1 more at 0.18 Ethereum. And now if I would sell it right now, it's still in profits, right? Yeah. So currently I have none of those NFTs listed for sale. These 2 show that they are for sale because I listed them before. Right now, OpenSea, there's problems with the website, and it simply doesn't refresh the data. But like I said, here I can show you this example. I got this one here for 0.25 Ethereum, okay? And when I go to the offers, filter bits, when I go into the past, I think 5 days ago, here's the thing. As the NFT isn't listed right now, it's not too visible on OpenSea market, right? So only people who like really look for it are gonna find it. But I could sell it right now easily for free. If I would list it for free Ethereum, it would sell today. The lowest price for the ranking that I have is around 5 ETH right now. So it is like $20,000. But here, Killer Candy, whoever this is, offered me free Ethereum 5 days ago. Offer expired, obviously, but like I said, I could sell it at free Ethereum any day. So basically, I put in $7,000. If I sum up my collection, and like I said, I would have to log into my MetaMask. I don't want to do this right now. I ordered my ledger, my hard wallet, so I'm super paranoid about this stuff. I don't want to. You don't want to take the chance. Trust me, I know exactly. I don't have to log into it. I don't want to until I have this hard wallet in my hand. It's gonna take like 2 weeks. Shipping time's like 3 weeks. But if I set this price like free Ethereum minimum, and I check, take the other 8 that I have times the floor price right now, the entire collection is worth like, I don't know, like $22,000-23,000 at least. I think selling this guy at the right value is worth like almost 30,000 for the collection that I have, and I spent $7,000 8 days ago. So I made at least, if I would sell right now, I would make at least 3 times the return in a week, right? So 5 figures. It's still freaking 5 figures, over $10,000 in a couple of days. So that's the power of NFTs. And one project, just let me show you something real quick to show you how crazy the whole world is. One project that I started to look at, I think like 2 days ago, was Wolf Game. They're ranked 1 right now. 2 days ago, I thought about, should I sell a couple Spooky Boys and invest in this game because it has a game utility. It's already a fully functional game, fully developed game. The floor price 2 days ago when I thought about buying in was 0.17 Ethereum. Now it's
Yeah.
20 times more.
Yeah.
You know, so I could have turned like $1,000 into, I don't know, like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And this game is just all about how do you say, shearing sheep and wolves stealing the wool. And within the past couple of days,
and why do you think these things are going so crazy? Because so many people are just in the gaming world?
Yeah, because of the utility. People know if I buy in, I can. So with Wolf game, it's like you can buy sheep. The sheep produce wool, which is like the in-game currency for this particular game. And they can use this wool as a currency to get more sheep, to mint more sheep. So then they can list those sheep here and sell them again, right? So it's just like, it's printing money, right? It's nothing than printing money right now. And this is also one of the reasons, like this project's going 10, 20x in a couple of days, is also one of the reasons why I'm holding the NFTs that I have right now, because they're developing a game right now, and I'm holding 9 of them. So if we can only, this Wolf game, they like 20x or something. If we can just 5x or 10x, if we can 10x, I would make 6 figures. I would turn $7,000 into 6 figures. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy what is happening. The potential is crazy. You just have to know what to invest in. And that's the difficult part, because right now there's lots of projects with just blown up hype where the offering is, for example, they sell 10,000 or they have a mint of 10,000 NFTs. And the problem is that most of the projects, I think I can say most of the projects right now that are being promoted on Instagram, etc., they don't sell out. And if the mint doesn't sell out, the floor price crashes.
Yeah, it just crashes because you
lose all your freaking money just like this. You can lose half your money in a day, you know? So that's the downside. So therefore, or for that reason, you have to make an in-depth and proper research about each and single project that you want to invest in, just to reduce the risk. And there's always risk involved. Like I'm holding these spooky boys right now, but if the development team messes up or something bad happens, I could also lose my investment, right? So I'm well aware of the risk I'm getting myself into, and everybody who wants to get into NFTs should also be well familiar with the downsides. And this is what on YouTube nobody teaches, because people don't want to see it.
That's what I noticed, because I was doing, so I've played with crypto for a long time. I didn't really get in too much in NFTs until we started to talk about it. And when I started to do the research, it's real work. And I think that's what a lot of people are missing. So many people want to just jump in. They hear NFTs, they hear crypto, they hear hundreds of millions of dollars, they hear people throwing 500.
They see the marketing hype, like they see the shout outs on Instagram, etc., and they just blindly buy into the hype. And this is the first step to failure.
No, but that is why so many people are making money. Because you have all these people just but think if you did not have
I understand
tens of thousands or millions of people just taking $500 and throwing it into NFTs, you would not have these big market caps for smart people who research and take the money.
No, the hype is what builds the entire momentum, what builds the foundation. So with Spooky Boys, where I invested in, they also built a lot of hype. They paid lots of influencers. They have lots of shout outs from celebrities, even from Post Malone and from other people. Like they really invested into celebrities as well. And it's the hype that makes the mint sell out, right? And then it is the roadmap that makes the people stay over a longer period
and continue growth.
But the hype where people get ready to throw their money blindly in the project, this is what builds the foundation of the whole thing. And what happens in the second step, once the mint sells out, is over the next days and maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, what happens is a process called sorting out the paper hands. Paper hands, or somebody with paper hands, is considered a person that simply quickly buys in the project and quickly sells it, no matter if loss or profit. And then you have the diamond hands, and the diamond hands are people who just hold the NFTs in their hands until they go through the entire roadmap and the value of their assets appreciates along the road, basically.
Yeah,
right?
but that's the people who do the research, because
Exactly.
from me doing research on NFTs, there are a lot of projects that mint, everything's sold, but then there's no real roadmap. It's literally a money grab. So you have millions of dollars jumping in there.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because once you put the work in and you do the research, then you would be able to get into products that last.
100%. And you would be able to get into projects that, like the Spooky Boy Country Club, for example, that like 4x or 5x right after the mint, right? So most projects after the mint, the price goes up, and the next couple of days it just crashes because all the people are start selling off. With the Spooky Boys, the curve was very little, and now already the price is going back up, right? Because we have a roadmap and we have announcements every week on what's going to happen. We have developer updates. They have a blog on Medium where they share details, what they are doing in the background, etc., etc. And it simply makes the people stay. So right now they announce like, hey, they're gonna airdrop keys to holders. With those keys, you can turn your NFTs into new NFTs. So basically, you get rewarded for holding, etc.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Because most real projects don't want it to fail, right? Like I want people, watching the YouTube channel to realize that it's not. There's also some people that just do a money grab, like this influencer. What's his name?
I don't know.
He sold. He made like $6 million. Like one of the most talked about NFTs. He's a YouTuber anyway. It doesn't matter.
Logan, not Logan.
Yeah. Logan Paul. He came out with his NFTs, made a ton of money, and now that helped this NFT thing become mainstream. But what people are not realizing, they're not doing enough research to understand what these things are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I think most people really lose money on NFTs because of the lack of research. And because of that, I think also most people lose money on NFTs because they don't do the research, right?
They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. They just jump after it, and this is the worst thing you can do. This is the first step to losing money. Like,
so do you plan to put out more information on your Instagram channel about this? I know we talked about doing some stuff with Entrepreneur Zone and cryptocurrency and so on, but what's your plan moving forward?
So what I want to do I started today. So I posted like a reel 2 hours ago. I want to post Instagram reels daily. I post daily content. And I also want to go more and more into the direction of NFTs and crypto, etc. Simply because I found two ways, the swing trading and NFT, after proper research on how to like actually make money in a predictable manner, right?
And it's not typical because I mean, we know each other, so that's different, right? Like we know each other personally. So I was looking at what you're doing, and when I was doing the research and looking at what a lot of these YouTubers are doing, a lot of influencers, they're not giving information. They're just dancing. They're just it's just full of
but this
infomercials.
Is also, I told you I started my personal brand. I have like 12,000 followers right now, and I said that there's two factors that are responsible for making your Instagram blow up, grow, go viral. One is doing these influencer shoutouts to get a natural engagement, to catch a momentum. And the second thing is separating yourself from the masses. So if everybody dances and fucks around on Instagram, I want to supply them with actual information. So that's my competitive edge, you know?
Okay.
So yeah, Instagram is definitely something I need to stick to because I know how it works. I know the benefits of it. I know the returns on this stuff. And other than that, crypto, we work on entrepreneurs. And I definitely want to launch a swing trading course and an NFT course on entrepreneurs as well. So there's going to be lots and lots of input, but also like lots of free info upfront. So that people don't just buy into magic, but also understand what they're spending money on.
Yeah, guys. So if you're watching, if you got this far, like the video, subscribe to the channel, ask myself or Darius any questions. I would put a link to his Instagram. I'll put a link to the Discord where the that project that you bought into is on. And let us know if there's anything else you want us to cover in the future. I mean, I'll have Darius on the channel maybe once or twice a month. I'm not posting content like crazy like I used to because I'm actually doing I'm running a Shopify store, and I'm doing some other products. I invested a little bit in some crypto, and I'm doing some marketing for a couple of people, and those videos will come out soon. I also interviewed some guys in FBA and some drop shippers, so those videos will come soon. But yeah, guys, look out for Entrepreneur Zone. We're going to be giving away a couple lifetime memberships to Entrepreneur Zone. If you want a lifetime membership, you can comment lifetime membership. We'll put up some links in the next couple of weeks so you guys could join the Facebook group and Discord and so on. But yeah, anything you want to say before you go, Darius?
Most important thing, whatever you do, if you're here watching this video because there's NFTs mentioned or anything, or crypto, whatever business you want to get yourself into, make your research. I think that's one of the biggest conclusions we can draw from today. And other than that, yeah, stay excited for entrepreneurs, because we are building actually right now the Netflix of online courses, right? It actually is gonna look almost like a replica of Netflix. Like it's the it's like a 90% same theme.
Framework,
but
yeah.
Instead of wasting your time on some BS or watching some, I don't know what, you're actually gonna be not wasting your time, but investing your time into learning something productive that's gonna build your return in the future, right?
Yeah, and guys, when you're doing your research, one extra thing about research, try to develop critical and logical thinking skills, because the internet is full of mess. So although
don't
you do
trust
your
everything
research,
that you see.
Don't trust everything that you see. All right, guys. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the links I'll leave in the description. Peace.
See you.
All right, let me